I have a cat falling asleep in my lap. Sweet little Monroe, who has her name. Pick up your face, little girl. Right there. There's her beauty mark. She's named after Marilyn Monroe. I didn't name her. That was her name at the vet's office where we adopted her. We got her literally just a few days after Bernie had to be put down. It was not my choice to get her, but it was probably better that it wasn't my choice, because if I had said no, who knows where she might be. And I was in a lot of pain, and she was there for me. You know, I took the loss of Bernie very hard. I was very depressed for months. But she came into my life. You know, when we were back and forth to the vet with Bernie, I would always go over to the cage where they were keeping these adoptable kitties, and I would play with her. You know, it was always her. It's something about her eyes and the way she would look at me. It's like she knew she was going to be mine. Yeah, I'm talking about you, you know, huh? You know I'm talking about you. Yeah. Look at her pretty face. I think she's got Siamese blood in her somewhere. Just look at the shape of her face. And I was calling her the Hitler kitty because of she has like Hitler hair up here. And one of her spots makes a heart shape, but she's laying on that spot, so you can't really see it. But her spots, some of them are kind of heart-shaped. But it's on the other side, not this one. So I'm not going to make her turn over. But her eyes are kind of a greenish gold. You can't really see it in the dark. Look at that face. Oh, look at that face. You pretty girl. You my pretty girl. Yeah, look at her. She's smiling. She's smiling. Yeah. But she was brought home to me as kind of a surprise a few days after we lost Bernie. Let's see, we lost Bernie on the 17th of December in 2012, and Monroe came home on the 21st. So my parents brought her home. It was kind of a surprise, and she would hide under the bed, but I was the first person that she would come out for. She's purring. She's purring. I was the first person she would come out for. And I think she knew that I was suffering. Like, somehow deep down she knew I was someone that was in pain. So she would come out and rub on my leg, and she would eat food out of my hand, and she would go back into the bed. But when she started to come out, she would come to my room and get in my lap. Or she would just climb all over me. It's like she knew. She always knows. And now this is what she does. She'll just get in my lap randomly and take a nap. But this is Monroe, and she's my baby. And I think she might have saved my life. Because I didn't care about anything. I didn't care if I lived or died when I lost Bernie, because it was so unexpected and sudden. I had no inkling that he would not get well until the day we put him down. And it was terrible. You know, a week before Christmas, who has to let a pet be put down by the vet, like 7 days before Christmas Eve? I mean, that was ridiculous. And I had to fake being happy for Christmas. And it was so hard. I spent most of it in my room, I think, just trying to pretend I was okay. And I kept getting sick to my stomach because I was so upset. And then this lovely girl, she pooped under the tree on Christmas Day. After the presents were done, I went back there to make sure there was nothing there, and I found a bunch of poop. Have a crappy Christmas. That was just the statement of the day, was have a crappy Christmas. Because it was a crappy Christmas. But things were getting better. You know, I still do miss Bernie sometimes, but things are better. And she is the reason things are better. So no matter how bad life seems to be in the moment, always know that somewhere in the future it's going to get better. You know, you just have to live day to day. and keep fighting. Don't give in. You just keep going. And things get better. And she's dropped off to sleep, so I'm going to stop talking so she can have her nap, because she earned it. She's my baby. I love you, Monroe, very much. And I know you love me too, although you can't say it in English. You say it by getting in my lap like this. This is how she says I love you to me. She just gets in her lap and relaxes and is so comfortable. I love you too, honey. Yeah, I love you too.